May everyone please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Sulia, for leading us in tonight's Pledge of Allegiance. Good evening and welcome to our commencement ceremony honoring our 2021 graduates of Appleton West High School, Renaissance School for the Arts, and Appleton Technical Academy. It gives me great pleasure at this time to introduce to you our Canterite Choir under the direction of Ms. Autumn Myers.
esteemed administration and faculty of Appleton West, friends and families, and of course, graduates of the great class of 2021. We're here. 4 long years, but we're finally here. Welcome to graduation, COVID edition, and bad weather edition. Wow. Can we take a moment to acknowledge how that word does not even sound real at this point? I mean, graduation? Like, we're actually done with high school? And some of us are heading to college? I thought applying to college was only for putting the college's name in your Instagram bio or something. Now we actually have to go. Anyway, it seemed like such a distant dream ago when we timidly found ourselves on campus as freshmen on our first day, in awe of the big milestone in front of us, in awe of the building that would be the gateway to our promised future, only to find ourselves here now as seniors on our last day, in awe of the even bigger milestone before us as we prepare to finally meet our promised future. When I was a kid, my dad used to always give me existential crises, kind of like how some of us are feeling right now. Our conversations would usually go something along the lines of, "Mintry, do you have a minute? I need to talk to you. Son, time is the most valuable commodity. You can always buy a new car. You can buy a new house. And depending on how good you are, you can even buy great memories. But you'll never be able to buy back time. You must use your time wisely. And I suggest you start making better use of your time." And I'll admit, that used to scare the crap out of me. I mean, Dad, I'm just trying to watch Cartoon Network. Come on. I'll do the chores later. Jeez. But as I've matured over the years, I realized how much truth was behind what he said. Time, it seems, is unforgiving. Even now, I share the same feeling that some of you are feeling. Is this really it? Did I make the most out of my time in high school? Why do I feel like something is missing somehow? I bet most of you are also feeling nostalgic. However, I don't think we're feeling nostalgic because our time together is coming to an end. Rather, we're nostalgic because we're grateful that we were able to share this time together to begin with. And we don't want to let it go. Now, I know high school has had its ups and downs, and for most of you, if you could redo high school, you would probably change a few things here and there, just a few. Okay, maybe more than a few, maybe a lot of few. But if you have that nostalgic feeling in your stomach right now, it must mean that you did something right in high school, and that our time together within these historied halls of West was truly special. In a weird way, time is also benevolent. It allows for memories. It allows for reflection. It allows for growth and becoming and all the wonderful things that life has to offer. At West, we pride ourselves in our exceptional diversity. We're diverse in our backgrounds, our personalities, our talents, and eventually our outcomes. It's remarkable that our class of 2021 will inevitably consist of those who will travel all around the world, those who will courageously enlist to defend our country, those who will enter the workforce, those who will become scientists, those who will become lawyers, those who will become Hollywood stars, those who will become politicians, those who will continue the noble pursuits of knowledge in academia, and so much more. But although we're so unique, there is one thing we all have in common. And it's that we're all so capable of impacting the world. And by impacting the world, that also means we're destined to change the world and leave our mark. So here's to the class of 2021. As our time comes to an end, don't forget our memories and friends. It seems there's nothing scarier than time, but believe me, we will all end up fine. There will never be a setting sun for our great class of 2021. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Harry Houdini once said, "The greatest escape I ever made was when I left Appleton, Wisconsin." Houdini left our hometown to pursue his dreams of becoming a stunt performer. He was eager to explore, to adventure, and to just get out of this place. I'm sure most of us fellow graduates feel the same way. It's finally our turn to leave, to experience the world beyond the orange and blue halls of Appleton West, and we couldn't be more excited. We graduated. A congratulations is in order for the class of 2021, my friends and classmates. And good evening to the faculty, administration, and the family members in the audience or tuning in from home tonight. It is a great honor to address you from this podium. I would first like to thank all who have helped me in these last 4 years to become who I am today. I could never completely express my gratitude for the teachers who have guided me, friends who have made high school so memorable, and of course, my own family who have supported me through every endeavor. Thank you. I would also like to recognize there are people who should be here in this audience today or watching from home who are not. For my fellow graduates who are missing someone, I hope you know that whomever you are missing would be so proud of who you have become today. Now, our time at Appleton West began as freshmen in this very auditorium. We endured the lectures on high school and responsibility, and we learned that freshmen cannot leave the school to go to lunch, especially not to Cheeses for Jesus, which we never did. We never had the grilled cheeses. And after those first day pep talks and our initial new school nerves, we adapted to life at West. Sooner than later, we strutted the halls as sophomores, grateful to no longer sit in the back at football games, excited to have our licenses as we fought tooth and nail for a parking spot on Badger Avenue. And in those first 2 years, we hardly ever stopped to think about how quickly time was passing. It seemed we still had forever until we could finally leave Appleton West and make our lives our own. Our junior year, we could leave school for lunch, and many attended Cheeses for Jesus, where we had our very first grilled cheese sandwiches there. And even if you missed those lunch trips, we all shared the dreaded experiences of the ACT, or getting that final gym credit in net games, or the looming stress of figuring out what you were supposed to do with the rest of your lives. We balanced sports games, forensics competitions, concerts, or piles of homework. And in the peak of the academic chaos and excitement, when the end of junior year was finally in sight, Appleton West High School, along with the rest of the world, closed its doors. As high schoolers in a global pandemic, we experienced our fair share of disappointment. We watched the preceding class miss out on their graduation, their prom, and many other lasts. What we first didn't consider is that we also might miss out on many of our lasts, until the days at home became weeks, then months. Classes on Chromebooks and Google Meets replaced our first last day of school. No homecoming, no football games, no plays, no concerts. All of a sudden, we were no longer dying to escape the halls of Appleton West. We would give anything to go back. While we cannot end our journey where we originally planned tonight, we are lucky enough to finish it in the auditorium right where we started, together. And I think if the class of 2021 has learned anything from this last year, we've learned we do not need to be together in a building to come together as a class. We gathered for senior sunrise and tailgated with beach volleyball on a sand pit in the student lot. Yes, that was 7 tons of sand in the student lot. Others of us organized volunteering events or spent hours on Fortnite parties, and not a week went by that we didn't run into each other at Copper Rock. However, You spent your final years at West in some way, and what matters most is that we have crafted our ways to be together. So here we are, graduation night. Whether you loved high school or hated it, chances are at least part of you is ready to move on. Just like Harry Houdini, each of us is eager to escape Appleton West and figure things out for ourselves. But as we venture on, I can't help but to think back to last March. We were just as excited to leave West for a while, to go off on our own and have a break from school, but it only took a few weeks for us to want to be back in these very halls. So in our final time together as a class, I urge each of you to appreciate this community that we have made for ourselves. After all, it is not the place that makes the people, but the people that make this place so special. And if Harry Houdini attended our very own Appleton West High School, I think even he would have been a little more reluctant to escape Appleton, Wisconsin. Thank you.
Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken wing bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken wing bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken wing bird that cannot fly.
I haven't even started. Hi, I'm Mark McQuaid, and at this time, it is my honor as principal of Appleton West High School to present the class of 2021 to our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Ben Vogel, and to the Board of Education representative, Mr. Jim Bowman. Congratulations, seniors. I am so proud of you. Your high school career has been full of many firsts, and in so many ways, you've been part of historic events that your children and grandchildren will one day read about. And when they ask you what it was like, you will no doubt have different recollections than what's written by those people who write the history books. Now, for some of you, I've been your principal since you entered 7th grade at Wilson Middle School. And all of you Raiders know I loved your class so much, I simply had to follow you to West. And for me, that was a homecoming too, because it's a school I've been blessed to serve at for 21 of my 28 years in education. Yeah, that's right. The gray hair I sport isn't just a fashion statement, although pretty fashionable, right? It's also a marker of my years on this planet. So Raiders, thank you for the past 6 years. And to the rest of our class of 2021, no matter if you joined us this year or if you've been with us all along, no matter if you were an Eagle, a Cardinal, a Wildcat, or something altogether different, and no matter if you were a West student, an A-Tech student, or a Renaissance student, please know I'm proud of all of you. Please also take note that you are joining a proud family of alumni, and that no matter where your journey takes you, you will always be a terror. So tonight, Terrors, we celebrate you. And as I alluded to earlier, you've been living through very historic times, including being the first class at West to have an indoor graduation march in almost 3 decades, and the first, and hopefully the last class to have an in-person graduation ceremony in the midst of a pandemic. Now, I always remind our graduates that over the next several days, weeks, and months, you should be prepared for a lot of unsolicited advice. Whether you like it or not, people will share all sorts of warnings, admonitions, and helpful hints. Hopefully you've learned which advice is good, which advice is well-intended but not for you. And most importantly, how important it is to listen well during these moments, because the folks giving you that advice are doing so out of love. And since I have the opportunity, I too will give you some advice. My last lesson to you, the class of 2021. My first piece of advice is this: always remember that we are more similar than we are different. You've no doubt seen at least one commercial for DNA testing where the company promises, for a small fee, to tell you your relatives and an ever-growing library of your family history. Although I have no desire to take such a test, I do have a sister who took it, and I enjoy hearing about our family history and long-lost relatives. My point is not to give a commercial to these companies, but rather to point out that human DNA is 99.9% similar from person to person. Our speakers, Adelaide and Mintry, are 99.9% the same, even if they look and sound quite different. Keeping this in mind might be helpful the next time you get road rage on Interstate 41 because someone's decided they own the left lane, and to you, they're a moving roadblock, making you late to wherever it is at the end of your car ride. Of course, there are much more heated disagreements we have with each other. So feel free to insert that argument in place of my tamer road rage example. However, the next time you want to be critical of a fellow human being, pause for a moment and remember, that person is 99.9% the same as you, genetically speaking. We are more similar than we are different. My next piece of advice is related, And if I can find where it is, I'll read it to you. Make sure that you take time to celebrate that difference that 0.1% gives you. Please know that Alma Mater is Latin for nourishing mother. And hopefully you've been nourished to the point where you understand that as we walk through this planet together, your differences are okay. It makes you who you are. It helps you celebrate. Consider this. Every grocery store has about 100 cereal brands. And there's a sweet treat shop that boasts 31 flavors of ice cream at any one juncture. Now, why so many choices in our food? Well, that's pretty obvious. Nobody really cares for oatmeal every day or just plain vanilla ice cream. Choices in food make good sense because we understand that those differences make for flavor in our lives. Take that advice and apply it to being a human. And know that just because you're different doesn't make you less or more. Just different. My last piece of advice is to lead a life of gratitude. Hopefully, your last 4 years at West have given you a sense of accomplishment. I also hope you have a plan for the future, and so do your parents, and a heart filled with gratitude for those who helped you on this journey. Research shows that people that take time to count their blessings have healthier lives. And while we can all find fault and misfortune in life when we look for it, we can just as easily find the good in each other and the opportunity in every hardship if we invest our energy in that way. Please take time to thank those people in your lives who've truly made an impact. Perhaps your life was impacted by a teacher, a coach, an employer, or an advisor. Perhaps it was a more personal connection, such as a classmate or a close friend. And certainly, your life has been shaped by your family. When I think of all the great faculty here at West, Renaissance, and ATEC who cared deeply about you, I'm grateful to work with people like our Dean of Students, Mr. Coonan, my associates, Mr. Kadoff, Mrs. DeBoer, and Mr. McLowry, and the chance to serve the best teaching staff in the entire district. Perhaps you are grateful for the advice your lead teacher, Mr. Enter or Mr. Richards, gave you. Or maybe you're grateful to share the joy of pottery with Mrs. Vanderheiden. Perhaps you've had your day brightened by the positive energy of Senora Sturdivant, or loved a book recommended from Mrs. Murray, or enjoyed unraveling the mysteries in math with Mr. Moe. Maybe you learned to love Shakespeare from this year's Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Teedy. Now, of course, I could continue with a long list of people I'm grateful for, but the point is this. One thing that I've learned is taking time to write a quick sentiment of gratitude makes a world of difference, not just for the people that I thank, but also for me. So when trying to lead a life of gratitude, my advice is to take time routinely to write people a quick thank you note. And when you sit down to put pen to paper, writing your thank you notes, I hope the gratitude you feel inspires you to pass on feelings to others by finding ways to help people remember we are more alike than we are different, that we can and should celebrate those things that make us different. As Adelaide alluded to, it's normal to, like Harry Houdini, want to leave Appleton. And I have to agree that Harry would have not been in such a rush had he gone to Appleton West. And please also note the pearl of wisdom Mintry passed on from his father. Time is a valuable resource. When you sing your alma mater, remember that it calls for you to do great things. But those great deeds can simply be remembering that we are more alike than we are different, that we should celebrate those differences, and in all things, we should lead a life of gratitude. Finally, graduates, I want to address a concern some folks have shared. There's a concern that somehow because of the pandemic, you are less prepared than previous classes. And to those people, let me be clear. I have complete faith that the Appleton West class of 2021 has been tested more than any class in over a century. And they've proven to be kind, caring, clever, and resilient beyond measure. Instead of being concerned about their readiness, we should be looking forward to their leadership because they are shining examples of our younger generation. So class of 2021, I hope the person you've become is one who lives a life of gratitude, who will be mindful that the people around you are more like you than different from you, and that those differences should be celebrated. And now it is with great pride, Mr. Bowman, Dr. Vogel, staff, families, guests, and the tens of thousands of alumni doing great deeds for Alma Mater across the globe that I declare the class of 2021 has completed all the requirements set forth by the Appleton Area School District Board of Education for the awarding of a high school diploma. I proudly present to you the class of 2021. Now, before I call Dr. Vogel to the stage to recognize the class, I just want to cover a couple of logistics because I know all of your parents are wondering where they're going to get their Snapchats with their kids. It's raining, and I know you're all super sweet, so you'll melt in the rain. So after the recessional, the graduates will find their homeroom teachers, get that piece of paper that they so want, and then they will find you in our surrounding hallways, and you can take all the pictures you want. If you want to come back into the auditorium, the administration will be up here for anyone who wants to take a picture with administration, and I promise my feelings will not be hurt if you don't want to get a picture with me. And without further ado, Dr. Vogel.
Thank you, Dr. McQuaid. I have to admit I'm experiencing a little deja vu right now. It was exactly 2 years ago. It was the first time I had an opportunity to speak at a West graduation. I had been to East, been to North, but my first experience with Appleton West and all the wonderful, wonderful traditions that West has. And I remember it also because I had a son graduating, and it turns out that on graduation day, he got stomach flu and wasn't able to take part in the ceremony. So then we fast forward to last year, and I had another son, Preston, who graduated, but as we all know, we didn't have an actual in-person graduation. So to be here today is so exceptionally special for all of us. And I don't care if it's raining outside, it doesn't matter. We're here, we're in person as graduates with all of our loved ones. And again, just a round of applause for our graduates. And I have some very brief words to share with you, but I will begin. So students, parents, faculty, relatives, and special guests, it's my great privilege and honor to be with you this evening and to recognize the graduating class of 2021. And on behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Judy Baseman, and on behalf of all Appleton Area School District staff members, we are so very excited to celebrate the culmination of a 13-year educational journey. And in some ways, this past year has felt like 13 years. But as we gather tonight, and we gather tonight in person to honor our seniors, I want to take this opportunity to thank our parents, family members, community supporters, and each and every one of you here tonight, both live and via live stream for all you've done to support our 2021 grads. We've learned all too well over the past year just how unpredictable life can be. We've also been reminded of the importance of supporting one another through difficult times. And we are so proud of our seniors for all that they've done to persevere through these unprecedented challenges, and they're now poised to graduate from high school and begin the next exciting phase in their lives. So graduating seniors, you've proven that you can overcome extreme adversity. You've shown that you can do difficult things that none of us could have ever imagined before this past year. So I just want to thank you for hanging in there. I want to thank you for persevering. And please know that you are a part of the AESD family for all time. And that's why it was such a cool thing to have everybody stand up, all graduates stand up and sing the alma mater. As graduates of the Appleton Area School District, we'll always be here to support you in any and every way possible. So tonight, we're bound together by the class of 2021. And I'm proud to share this moment with all of you. I know firsthand that Appleton West High School is a very special place, and that it is made special by the amazing students we have with us tonight, parents, and all the educators at Appleton West who make up this amazing community. And finally, I have the honor of introducing our next speaker, who will be accepting you as the class of 2021. Mr. Jim Bowman serves on the Appleton Area School District's Board of Education. It is truly an honor to have him with us this evening, and I know he shares in the pride we all feel as we gather in this time of celebration for all of us, but specifically the students, the class of 21. So, would you please join me in welcoming Mr. Bowman?
Good evening. I am Jim Bowman, member of the Appleton Area School Board of Education. I'm delighted to represent the board for tonight's commencement and extend warm greetings to our students, families, friends, and staff. Graduation is a milestone event, celebrated accomplishment, one that generates a range of emotions from excitement to anxiety, from satisfaction to apprehension. Those sentiments are probably amplified because this was a year unlike others. School often didn't feel like school. Classmates and teachers were frequently thumbnail images on a screen. Masks obscured the faces and emotions of our friends. At times, finding words to make sense of it all was challenging. Students, you have demonstrated your ability to adapt and succeed in the face of tremendous challenge. Be proud of what you have accomplished in the face of adversity. As you move forward with your future plans, may you carry forward a deeper awareness of your own inner strength and compassion and readiness to help contribute to your community. On behalf of the Board of Education, I proudly accept the Appleton West class of 2021 for graduation. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you.
Good evening, the moment we've all been waiting for, presentation of diplomas. I'd like to introduce our school counseling department, Miss Leah McElderry, Mr. John Mitem, Mr. Josh Pulls, and Miss Sandra Wagner for presentation of diplomas.
Mintry Wynn. Adelaide Rosine. Madeline Dickman. Anya Kelly. Taylor Bayman. Celia Drennan. Kaylee Coonan. Estefany Lopez. Bernice Flores. Sarah Vang. Cherry Parr. Bailey Gilbertson. Raven Jessel. Dominic LaChance. Tucci Zhang. Ethan Wolf. Brandon Deo. John Weber. Trevor Dank.
Isabel Aguilo. McKenna Alger. Nicholas Aliota. Delaney Ambrose. Martin Apimbu. Cody Anderson. Sasha Anau. Juan Enrique Valderas. Aiden Bassler. Rachel Baston. Juan Bayona. Caden Bell. Amaya Bellows. Myla Bielfeld. Ernest Bishop. Sydney Blau. Aiden Bolin Fitzgerald. Maria Brandt. Seneca Bree. Amaya Brooks. Dejanay Brown. Dylan Burmeister. Callista Kapal. McKenna Carr. Annalie Carrasco. Gianna Costin. Kobe Sandejas. Molly Seepeck. Lou Chang. Mylinda Chang. Nu Zhang Chang. Davida Chavez. Ryan Clark. Hannah Clay. Savannah Brandon. Keegan Cole. Riley Cole. Sadie Collar. Khalil Collins. Gabriel Coronado. Jason Corzantes. Malachi Caderas. Avery Crampton. Roshan Cranford Luitel. Patrick Crawford. Amber Krantz. Basilio Cuevas. Teresa Cummings. Cameron Dahl. Xavier De Bruyne. Julian De La Rosa. Jacob Dorn. Gavin Eben. Paige Edwards. Autumn Eichinger. Alexandria Enders. Evelyn Enter. Jose Encarnacion. Chioko Ngichi. Marsana Ngichi. Vade Ngichi. Miriam Eubank. Bryce Ewald. Alicia Fallish. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Caitlin Forbes. Alex Fritsch. Louis Freilich. Adriana Fulton. Amor Gallardo. Austin Georger. Brian Goffard. Michaela Go. Emily Ganya. Amaret Hagan. Casey Hahn. Isabella Hammond. Prince Amir Hansen. Brianna Hauser. Colton Helm. Marilyn Herman.
Allie Hibbard. Reese Hilbert. Garrison Hinkins. Adam Hoban. Martin Holtbeck. Henry Holteen. Sarah Howe. Carson Hiding. Gabe Hurtado. Julieta Iniguez. Hunter Jagadich. Caleb Jansen. Lily Jensen. Ira Johnson. Wolfgang Cowles. Samantha Cowdy. Grace Kilkuski. Jackson Knable. Brian Cook. Macy Kaler. Daphne Kong. Elwood Kreischer. Lindsay Larson. Nicholas Levine. Angelina Lee. Brent Lee. Donnie Lee. Jessica Lee. Samsak Lee. Landon Lehrer. Faith Lenz. Camry Lindsay. Haley Lingnufsky. Thatcher Lindstedt. Park Wells Lorink. Michael Liriano. Yuna Lowe. Yuzeng Lowe. Alex Lopez. Tracy Lohr. Rona Lohr. Emily Lutzwitz. Jeff Lohr. Hugh Manor. Seth Manor. Luisa Martinez. Austin Marks. Riley Marks. Sam McCall. Adrian Linnae. Kevin Lonsway. Keegan McDuffie. Mackenzie Melius. Landon Mikesel. Lane Meyer.
Madeline Mahalko.
Avery Miller. Bailey Mills. Eduardo Morelos. John Morgan. Nicholas Much. Jacob Mulholland. Grayson Murphy. Kylie Otto. Savannah Vu. Brenna Nielsen. Maria Nieves. Lillian Ogden. Allison Olson. Drake Olson. Kylie Olson. Mackenzie Ostrander.
Oscar Pina. Lisbeth Perez. Jackson Pitt. Teriance Poe. Ruby Polar. Oscar Pollard. Jordan Prouse. Jasmine Pulls. Nicholas Raby. Matthew Randa. Lauren Rather. Grace Raymer. Anastasia Riviera. Emmanuel Riviera. Carla Riviera. Gage Rosenbaum. Theodore Rush. Jenna Russell. Owen Russell. Anthony Rizziconi. Sage Ryan. Joseph Sargent. Donovan Schuler. Claire Schultz. Morgan Schwartz. Andrew Silva. Benjamin Sipple. Austin Spivey. Spencer Steffen. Ethan Stadler. Brennan Sunke. Connor Sunke. Nora Schultz. Kalia Sikora.
Jace Taplin. Abel Turan. Kong Meng Tao. Louis Tao. Nia Tao. Sarah Tao. Silchin Tao. Parker Thomas. Haven Thor. Madeline Thorson. Craig Tepler. Jace Tolley. Faith Van Ark. Kayla Vandenberg. Aiden Vanderslice. Ethan Van Dyke. Cody Vang. Kong Vang. Nixon Vang. Veronica Wagner. Carly Webb. McKenna Weber. Joshua Weisty. Daniel Westfall. Tubari Whitney. Olivia Winninger. Ethan Walter. Jade Warden. Taylor Workman. Ella Weinveen. Alina Jean. Andrew Jean. Jua Jean. Madeline Jean. Vani Jean. Aaron Yang. Shirzan Yang. Charlie Yun. Danny Zappet. Madeline McDermott. Tierra Osley. Sierra Hund.
One last reminder that the graduates will meet you in the hallways after they've grabbed that piece of paper that they've so coveted and so well deserved. One last round of applause for our graduates, please. All right, let's cue the music. Here we go. Mintry, lead them out.